Look at my little bears.
Cat, parlay on you. Yo.
Yo, you could do me a favor? You could screenshot this.
Well, what the fuck am I?
Shank your pop, shank your pop. He said, why am I entertaining the bullshit like that?
It's your turn.
You partaked in it. All right. We gotta block it before people join. That's all I gotta say. Perfect. We are in this thing. So I'm gonna just wait. Oh, thank you. I'm gonna just wait till you purposely gonna shake the
Get a
table.
case.
I did have a case. It broke. It shattered into pieces. Alright, I'm gonna wait till a few people join. I look a little crazy because it's winter time. So around winter, we snuggle up, bundle up. I look like... Anyway, I'm gonna just start. If anybody missed anything, I'm trying to wait for people to like come in. But I really want to speak on something because it's really important. It's about like college and like how the system is in college basically. So I'm gonna just go ahead and share my thoughts and opinions with you guys and my conspiracy theories about whether or not college is a scam or if it's actually worth it. I'm from North Carolina and I live in the United States. So basically, who? First of all, you said you didn't want to be in the video, so don't be in the background of the video. Don't be in the background of the video making noises.
I don't want to be a part of that video. Put me on there, I'm silly.
Wouldn't be quiet. Alright, it's worth it if you go. Wait, let me get y'all opinions. Do I have any college students on here actually? Let's start there. Where my college students at? And if so, do you guys feel like college is worth it? We'll start there and then I'll put you guys on how I feel. Hi Ricardo, how are you? Hi Jaden. Hi Twee. Did I say it right? Twee. From Florida. Michael Walker. I was about to say Michael something else. I thought that was my dad. I was about to say my dad up on you. Go to community college first, 2 years, because it's cheap. And just, I like that idea. Stinky Bunny, I'm actually gonna piggyback off what you said. I actually did that. I started out as I did 2 years at Essex County College, and then I transferred over to Rutgers. But I started out in college in 2021. No. Yeah, no, I got it messed up. I started college in 2019. I went in the fall at Essex County, and then I transferred to Rutgers fall 2021. And honestly, I really should have just stayed at the community college. And my big mistake that I made was that I didn't get my associate's degree when I left Essex County. I was just so eager to go to a university and all that, get the college experience and all that stuff. And I jumped into my transfer, my 4-year school too fast, basically. Now we're going to get into like the real depths. Okay, so for my college students, I just want to know, how has college been for you so far? Like, has it been easy? Like, has it been hard? Like, what are your thoughts on administration or like financial aid? It could be anything. It doesn't have to be all of that. Just anything like about college, like your experience with it. Like, how was the faculty? How was your professors, your academic advisors? Were they like checking up on you, meeting with you? How was financial aid? If you dorm, how was the dorm treatment? You know, stuff like that. And then I will piggyback. Day 100 of asking people to add me to that. I will add you to the live. Well, I just gotta get to know your character first. Is college is worth it? It is for. Okay. Hi, Haley. I'm graduated, but it's hard to see the income. Okay, so nobody's really responding. How is this supposed to be a conspiracy theory if y'all not responding? I wanna like we supposed to be here, connected, conversating. I'm just talking to myself. I could have just made a video and posted it, but I wanted y'all to engage and like be able to comment y'all opinions in, you know, real time, so that I could like respond to y'all questions or like comments and all that stuff. That's another thing. Would y'all prefer that for me to like just drop videos instead of like going on live? Because if so, then I won't get up on here no more. But anyway, so I'll just go ahead and my intake on college, I really feel like it is in society nowadays it is needed because, well, no, I would say this, it go hand in hand. It's like you, in my opinion, I'm gonna just say this, I feel like college could have a better system. I'm gonna start there. I feel like the system could be better as far as quizzes. We're gonna start there. You know how you go in a classroom and your teacher that they give out quizzes and all that stuff, and it's like some people do well, some people don't do well. I feel like quizzes are necessary for us to take, but I don't feel like the whole grading thing is necessary. I feel like everybody's mind work differently. Everybody you know, learns on a different manner and a timely manner at that. But I really feel like quizzes is, yeah, it doesn't really, I feel like quizzes is just like a setup. Cause like ever since I took psychology, put it like this, I took a psychology class. I think it was fall semester or spring semester. I can't really remember, but I took a psychology class. One of these, y'all, why I just come into eye contact with this squirrel digging in this trash can? I'm gonna look at this. Don't run now. Now he wanna run. Oh shoot! I thought he was about to come over here. y'all. Why is he looking at me like that?
That was cute. That real cute.
Why is this squirrel? Should I get up? Y'all, I don't know. If this squirrel, okay, I'm gonna just keep going. I feel like it's just a distraction. Alright, ADHD much. Yeah, I do have ADHD. Stinky bunny. I have ADHD. Like, all jokes aside. I say that plenty of times. Like, everybody knows I have ADHD. But yeah. As far as, like I said, the whole quizzes thing, I just feel like it's pointless. Like, I don't know. I feel like they should have us take it just to see like what we need growth on and all that stuff, and like put us in groups to where we can work with each other, like study buddies and all that. I feel like that would be like mandatory groupings and all that as far as in college. This is in college I'm speaking about. Like they have it, but it's like you wouldn't know about it unless like they tell you. Like they have like this navigating app that you have to go on, but everybody is not gonna agree to like join the study buddy thing. So I feel like a mandatory study buddy session would be helpful for a lot of students on campus. Um, Backpedaling, going back to what I was talking about before I got started focusing on the the squirrel. Um, yeah, I took a psychology class and I didn't end up passing the class, and it was due to something. But I'm gonna speak on that too. But I didn't pass the class. But the funny thing is, everything I learned and everything she taught in the classroom is in here, because the job that I have, I'm an ABA therapist. So I work with kids who are diagnosed with autism. And like I said, I didn't pass the class, but everything I learned in the classroom, I took it with me, and it's still in here, and it shows in my actions. Because me, I'm not a paper like person. I'm a visual learner, and that's what I mean when I say like it's like they be trying to give us all this work within this short period of time, and then expect everyone, or they probably don't even expect us to get it done, but it's just like if America really wanted us to be great and get our education, then they would do that. Oh yeah, and yeah, the reason why I ended up failing the class was because in the beginning of the class, she was saying that we had to, and this is another issue in college. They have all this extra technology stuff that is very unnecessary, and it's, in my opinion, it's just like a scheme to get more money out of us. And I was thinking about this the other day. I'm like, if we pay for like intuition, dorming fees, all this extra stuff, like, why are y'all still making us pay for books? Like, it doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't make any sense at all. Like, she had a I'm not even gonna say her. She said like this is what she was told to do, so I'm not gonna specifically blame it on the professor, but I would just say the college system, they have this thing called point solutions, and what it is they put a question up on point solutions. It's in the classroom, it's during lecture. They put a question up on the board, and you have to go on your phone, log into point solutions, and pick A, B, C, or D. Instead of having the class raise their hand or make it into a thing where we could like get the class or students moving around. Like, you know, everybody used to play four corners in their classroom. If you thought the answer was A, you go to this corner. You thought the answer was B, you go to that corner. Like, it's just, I feel like having us pay just to answer a freaking question on the board. And these subscriptions, it's not like you could just pay for it and it'll be worth it. Because it's like they have a yearly subscription and then they have a 6-month subscription. Then you got people paying for this stuff. And I didn't even I didn't even pass the class. And that was something that I told her that I was fearful of. I was like, I don't want to go in and be paying all this money for these books, point solutions, all this extra stuff, and then I don't even pass the class. And I told my professor, I said, I'm not even financially stable. At the time, I was staying in a program, basically a shelter. And what she said to me, she was like, so you mean to tell me that you can't at least like just spend $25, $30? And I'm just like, no, I cannot. Not on that. I will not, because I could use $25 to $30 to get me a meal, a pair of shoes. I could put that in my savings for something else. Like, no, I can't. But yeah, I just, not to mention this, it's just a lot of things that I be wanting to speak on, and it's not even just me, because a lot of people on campus feel like this. Like seriously, a lot of people feel like this. It was a situation where I had decided to shed light on the fact that they didn't have um actual vegetarian options for the students. Like for people that don't know, and it's crazy because one of them just said it. One of the girls that just sat down, she was like, vegan is not really, like, people be fake vegan, because she was like, they be eating fake cheese and all this stuff. And I was like, bro, that's basically the same thing that I told the faculty in there. And I was like, it's not even that I was trying to be funny, it's just that I was trying to let them know something that they possibly wasn't aware of, because people think that being vegan is still considered like not eating meat. But being vegan means you eat fake cheese, and fake cheese, like all that stuff is processed, so it's not really it's not natural. It's not real veggies and fruits. It's processed stuff. So being vegan and vegetarian, or being vegan and plant-based, is not the same thing. And that's what I was trying to tell them on campus, like faculty in the cafeteria. But they didn't take it that way. They took it as, well, I wouldn't say all of them, but majority of them, or a few of them, took it the wrong way. They took it as I was trying to, what's the word, be the center of attention, or just do it because I wanted this to be done, when really what drove me to that was because there were other people on campus saying the same thing that I was saying, but they just didn't have the guts to speak up or say something about it to administration or faculty and all that stuff. So yeah, that was it. And it's crazy because these were grown people. After I had spoke up about that, I had like so many people like giving me like stank looks all in my face, like talking junk about me, sending subliminal messages. Like this one chef, he actually made fun of my health issue, because I was like actually opening up to him, because I thought he was being genuine at the time, because he was like, so you don't eat no meat, like you at all. And I was like I did, but like I had to stop because I had health issues. And I was like explaining my health issues. I was like, like I get this feeling in my chest, and it's like a shock, and or like it's like a pain. And he was like, oh, so what, you a Power Ranger? And he was like, started laughing, and so was like his other colleagues. And I was just like, I'm like, okay, that's cool. And I just walked away. Another time where he was funny, I was trying to ask him what they had at the other, because there's 2 cafeterias that people go to on campus. So he was at one of them, and I was asking, he works at both of them. He's the head chef or manager chef. So I was asking him, like, in a polite way, I was like, do you happen to know like what they have down there at the other cafeteria today? And he was like, I mean, you could just go there and see. And I was like, yeah, but like I didn't want to go down there. Like, really, I didn't want to go down there and see the lady. Like, it was a specific lady I was trying to avoid, because every time I see her, it's like anytime I walk in, like she always has something smart to say, or she just always just be eyeing me. Like this one time they had the little sushi bar going on, and I had went up to the sushi and I got me a avocado and cucumber wrap, because I don't eat meat. So on my way out, she had stopped me, and she was like, hey, she was like, I saw you go up to the sushi bar. She was like, but you don't eat meat, so you eat fish? And I was like, so you was watching me the whole time? But I can't remember. I don't think if I actually told her that what I was eating an avocado wrap, avocado and cucumber roll, or I just like brushed it off and like just like told her like no, I did. I was like no, it's not a sushi. They have like an option where you could just get cucumber and avocado. And she was like, oh, okay. And I was like, why does that even matter though? Like, I don't know. It just be a lot going on like at this specific campus, and I just feel like another thing that I actually didn't get to speak on was the strike. The professors and faculty members went on strike like last year, I believe this was in the spring semester, or the year before that. I don't know. I be getting the years confused. But the teachers went on strike because they wanted equal pay. And they was telling all the students to get involved and all this other stuff because they was like, oh, like, you guys, we're doing this for you. And I'm just like, how are y'all doing it for us when, from my knowledge, which I was okay with because like I'm all for equal rights, but as I look back at it now and compared to an incident that I had went through with one of my professors here on campus, where I actually almost got expelled. It's like y'all were asking us to help y'all, but like, and I'm not. It's not all professors, but some of these professors don't do their job like at all, like at all, and it doesn't make no sense, like at all. It really doesn't. It's really sad. And like I said, like I'm not the only person that feel this way on this campus. So like anything I take to the administration, they be thinking like it's all just me. Like yes, it's me in my opinion, but it's also my opinion plus 100 other people who are just afraid to speak up because they don't know what's gonna happen, if their voices, what they say is even gonna matter, who do they even go to. So it's just a lot of stuff. Like this one time, these girls I came in and they were talking about like the prices on campus. Like it's very expensive. Like you have to pay for meal swipes or get a meal plan. Then they have a convenience store. The convenience store is so expensive. Plus they got these other stores around campus and it's even more expensive. Like it's just a lot of stuff. And then I reached out to the care team at one point when I was homeless. They was because they like supposed to be a organization on campus that helps students. And then they were like, they was the ones that actually reached out to me and said that they could help me with housing, but it turns out that they never did. And that's how I ended up still staying at the program/shelter. Um, but yeah, it's just like a lot of things that I be wanting to like get on here and speak about myself, and I'm like, but I don't because I try not to. I don't be wanting to backlash or like to offend anybody, but I'm learning that you're always like a person is always gonna get offended no matter what. Like you could come in the nicest way possible, but if they feel like if they heard something that they don't like, or they feel like you said something like disrespectful, then that's just how they're gonna take it. But yeah, and it's crazy because I used to be like that. Like I used to be very bold and blunt, and I kind of like dimmed myself because people were always telling me like, Tori, you gotta like stop doing that. Like you can't just say anything like you. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. And then I had other people saying like, oh, it's not how you say it, it's what you say. And I'm just like, at this point, I don't care. I'm gonna say how I feel as long as I know I don't mean no ill intent, or I'm not being disrespectful, or I'm not trying to offend you, and I'm coming off like just as me expressing my feelings or like trying to be heard, then that's That's just that. Thank you, Richard. Thank you so much. You're soft. How you know my skin's soft? Is it because I look soft? Because my skin is clear. I look soft. It's funny because the chef that I was talking about is actually right here. But I know I was just saying that it gives like the alien head effect, if I'm not mistaken. But I don't know. This whole college system is just. Oh yeah, actually, let me tell y'all about the incident with my professor. Mine as well. This was last fall, and this was the reason why I couldn't attend spring semester. So I had a professor um, who had made a comment in the classroom. He was reciting a book, and um, I had responded to what he said. Like he had said like people. He was reading a book about like uh, in the book it said something about how the people were trying to come like get to God or and all this other stuff. How they built some tower to try to reach the sky. I think it was started with a B, but it was knocked down. But God knocked it down. And the professor had made a comment and said that he didn't understand why um, that if there was a heaven, why couldn't God bring everybody up, allow everybody into heaven? That was his the topic, or that was his comment. Like I said, he was reciting. It was about a book or whatever, and I raised my hand and I responded. I gave my opinion. I was like, I think it's not that. I was like, and I hope I don't offend anybody. But I said, I think, thank you, Babylon. I was gonna say Babylon in my head. I heard Babylon, but I didn't want to say it because I did not want to give the wrong information on live and misdirect people. Thank you so much, Fury. Hey, Fury. Um, but yeah, I had raised my hand and I was like, I hope I don't. I was like, I don't mean to. And I actually switched it because I was gonna say one thing, but because it was other religions in the classroom, I switched my response and I said it this way. I said, I said it's not that God doesn't want. And I stopped. I paused and I was like, you know what? I said, put it like this. It's like, it's not that God doesn't want everybody to come in. I was like, put it like this. For example, like your house. I said, when you have your house, you don't just let everybody and anybody come in. You want to make sure that the people or your friend group are the people that you can trust and that will have your back and that won't betray you or hurt you or harm you. And you want to make sure that you have basically good, positive people around you. And I said, I feel like that's no different than God. I was like, I feel like it's like you. Oh, and I added, I said, it's like when in your childhood, when you was younger, you thought, everybody was friendly, loving, and nice. And as you got older, you saw that there are some evil, conniving, chaotic people in this world that you really have to steer clear from. And I said, and I feel like that's what it is with God. It's like, it's not that he doesn't want to take everybody, it's that he can't, because it's like he built this peaceful environment for us to be happy, but not everybody wants to be peaceful and happy. So he can't take everybody up with him. Like, as much as he wants to, he just can't, because like I said, not everybody is willing to come into his kingdom and keep the peace. I didn't say this in the classroom, but for right now, but for example, to elaborate, Lucifer, he had Lucifer in his kingdom, and look what Lucifer did to him. So but I didn't say that in the classroom. I just kept it at the whole I kept it in the flesh form. I just said, like, it's just like your friend group or your house. And because I had said that, he twisted it and said that I took the comment too personal. And he made a discussion about it that I missed because I didn't have Wi-Fi at the time. He did a Zoom link, which was weird. The class was in person, but he did a Zoom link, and I didn't have Wi-Fi at the time because, like I said, I was in a program. So, which he knew this. I expressed this to my professor, that I didn't have Wi-Fi and all that stuff, which makes me now in this moment wonder if that's why he did it on Zoom, because he knew I wasn't going to be able to make it. We'll save that for another time. But yeah, he had a discussion on Zoom about it where he said the topic was moving forward, and come to find out that the topic of the discussion was whether my comment in the classroom offended anybody, because I wasn't, like, mind you, I wasn't aware of any of this at all. Like, I was not aware. So fast forward to, like, as time went on, I was in the classroom, I would raise my hand, he would either not call on me or he would take his precious time getting to me. Like, he'll call on other people and then call on me. And one time I raised my hand, like, I had my hand raised for at least like 15 minutes. And then I finally told him, I was like, excuse me, I really, like, want to elaborate or piggyback on what you said. Like, if you, and he was, what did he say? He was like, he was like, yeah, but it has to be about the book. And I was like, what do you mean? I was like, it is about the book. And he was like, okay, well, I'm just making sure. Go ahead. And I was like, okay, but I was like, all right, whatever, because I was more so eager about finding out whether what I was about to say was true. Like, I didn't even care about the shade that he was throwing. I was just trying to get my answer in. So I told him my answer because it was about, we was reading this story. I think it's Us. It's called Us or something Us. I wish I knew the name of it. But it was a really good, it, like, talked about a lot of things like democracy, equality, discrimination. Like, it was, I think, I forgot the name of that chunk. Dang. It's a good, I gotta figure out that chunk. But it was Us something. And it was a article or a story in it that talked about a woman who went to a play. It was a colored woman and a white woman, and they both were friends or colleagues, and they both attended a play. And the playwright was a colored woman, and she had everybody do this activity or whatever, where she had all the white people go to the stage and all the colored people sat in the audience, and the colored woman friend who was white never got out of her seat, and this made the colored woman upset. And my intake on it, we were supposed to, like, the question that he asked in the classroom was, what did we think what was our idea or our opinion on what the description or the meaning of the play was. And he said that there was no reasoning. This was a professor that said that. He said that there was no reasoning behind it, that it was just an experiment that the playwright did. Now, I feel like this is what really pissed him off. In this moment, like, it just came to me. I really feel like this is probably what made things even more worse as the semester went on. But my response to that, after he said that there was no there was no reasoning. So when I raised my hand, I said, I think I kind of understand where the playwright was trying to get the audience or the readers to understand. I said, her telling all the white people to go up to the stage and the white woman remaining in her seat while the colored woman is being upset because the white woman isn't going to the stage, it just goes to show that the world, or people in the world, are prone to sticking to either their race or ethnicity or cultural background, because the colored woman was offended by someone who she was close with, a friend, all because she did not get up and go up on the stage. She didn't think like, oh, maybe like she's nervous or she like doesn't want to participate because she has social anxiety or stage fright. Her response was, why is she still sitting in her chair as if she is a black person? Like, why is she not going up on the stage with her kind? And that's what my response was. And I said, I feel like that's the whole outcome of the play, is that a black person will always see a white person as a white person, and a white person will see a black person as a black person, no matter what. Because a black person feels like a white person could never walk in their shoes or feel the pain or understand their struggles. So that's why the colored woman was upset that the white woman didn't go to the stage. And when I said that, it's like everybody got, like, it was just quietness in the classroom. Like, the professor like just looked at me and just paused, and then he looked like, it's like he snapped back to reality and like looked at everybody in the classroom, and he was like, well, he was like, you are right. That is actually a very good description of the play. And I was like, okay. Like, I was like, okay. And in that moment, I felt good. Not even like because like the tension, but I was just more so like focused on whether or not my answer was correct. But I feel like in that moment, because I kind of made him look bad, because after he said that there was no outcome and then contradicted himself and said that what I said was really what the outcome was of the play, or the meaning or description behind the play. Because after that, it's like he went, and mind you, in the beginning when the tension had started, I had took it upon myself to like go up to him and apologize for like everything that happened, because like he had went to some office and filed a report on me and said that I had yelled in his face, I was being disruptive in class, and that I said that I was going to ruin his reputation. None of those things occurred. Like, none of it. I never yelled in his face. Never once was disruptive in class. And it's crazy because I had other people who were willing. When I told this one girl in my class, or I was talking to her and the two people who she was, her friends, like who she was with, like I pulled her aside, but they ended up hearing, and they were all just like, what? Like, you yelled? They was like, bro, like we was, cause my friend, well, she's not a friend, like she was my classmate at the time. Like, she was sitting like in the classroom one time where I had went up to him to talk about opening up, and it all started, it was just so much, like I don't know why this professor had it coming for me, like since day one. Like, I asked him if he could open up a quiz that I had missed because I was running late to class that day due to the freaking light rail. They always working on the light rail, and he said that he don't reopen quizzes. But when another student had came up to him after class and asked if he could reopen the quiz, he told her yes. And obviously this was a person of a different color or ethnicity from me. Um, I never really experienced racism other than when I was in middle school. This little white kid called me a nigger and jotted down the hallway before I could even respond. I'm not sure if that was the situation in the classroom, but all I know is that professor, he did not want me to succeed, like at all. And around that time, I was fasting and praying. So I don't know if it was some type of spiritual warfare that I was in, but it's like that professor did not want me to pass that class, and he made sure I did not pass that class. Like he literally made sure I did not pass that class at all. Um, because he went from when I apologized to him about the incident, he was like, oh, like, and this was before I had raised my hand and gave my opinion and accidentally corrected him. I had apologized to him or whatever, and he was like, oh, you know what, like we could work this out. I could, give you extra credit to do blah blah blah. He never sent the extra credit. He never met up, like tried to meet with me at all. I even like it was weird, like how that professor was acting towards me. um but like I said, looking back, it was probably definitely spiritual warfare, because I'm in the class taking it again with a different professor, and I didn't even have to tell. Oh, well, yeah, I told her like my issues with my laptop that I was having. And that's another thing. It's like every time I be prepared for the semester, it's like as soon as I start, it's just like like so much trouble just be happening. But this professor, I told her my issue that I was having. I told her I did the assignment, I just wasn't able to submit it because for some reason, that's another thing. This dang school, like, it's so hard to connect to the freaking Wi-Fi. Like, if those that know, they know. Like, they gotta get their Wi-Fi together. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, she reopened the assignments for me. She was like, well, she actually didn't. My bad. She said she couldn't reopen it for me because she didn't know how to. But she said she was gonna reopen it for me when she finds out how to do it. But she's just very bubbly, and like you could tell, like she's a professor who wants to see she's a professor that's willing to see her students succeed, or wants to see her students succeed. Because the other professor that I had for that class, one thing that I noticed that he did was he excluded the people who are passing his class from taking the final exam. To me, I feel like, call me like selfish or like biased, but to me that's backwards, because you're gonna exclude the people who's already passing the class from the exam, but not the people who are on the verge of failing the class. If you really wanted people to pass, or all of us to pass, or majority of us to pass, because at the end of the day, I know everybody is not going to be able to pass the class, but if that was really your end goal as a professor, it would have been the other way around. It would have been, all right, I see you guys are not doing so well and you guys are on the verge of failing, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to exempt you guys from the final exam, and that way you could focus on your other assignments and you could prepare for like just have like for like the other quizzes, upcoming quizzes. I feel like that would have been a better route if he was really trying to make sure that the people who are failing his class pass this class. So I don't know. Um, what was I about to say? I'm just reading the comments here. I gotta scroll back to where I saw Fury because I stopped there. I'm sorry. Once I get the rambling, I just be going. I don't even know if these people are still here, but hi Nooms. How are you? Hi Aaron. I am 23 years old. Sounds shady. I'm not sure which part you said that at, but comment in the section. Freaking weird. Fam, just let the girl speak. Voodoo, you gotta just like learn to just skip over it or just act like you don't even see it. When I said like, when I don't know if you were here when I said like, when people be like, oh, it's not what you say, how you say, and no matter what you do to try to like not hurt a person's feelings or offend them, if they feel like what you said was offended, they're gonna be offended. That's what you just gotta do in the comments. Like, people are gonna say stuff that they feel like they want to say, so you just gotta take it for what it is, especially when it's online and you don't know the person. Just ignore it. Okay, the broken God. Not saying it's a good thing, but Thug Nasty Ragged Men's has been tribal since the beginning. Yeah, pretty much very tribal since the beginning. I will say that. I think that's where it all began. Was tribal.
That's what I want. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie.
A juice box? Where am I gonna get a juice box from? Did you not just... Well, you probably wasn't here, but around these campus parks. A juice box that you think I could get, it's gonna cost me about $20. Nah, it's probably gonna be like $2. Hi, Merrick. How are you? Yeah, for sure. Thank you, Joseph. Happy birthday, Sharice Brewster. What you doing for your birthday if you're still here? Can we, everybody in the comments, can y'all comment happy birthday to Sharice? That's crazy. I've heard that name before. Where? I did leave it at the door. That was the point of me apologizing to him. Even though I knew that I was just responding to what he had said in the classroom, I still took it upon my, because we watched some Maya Angelou video where she was talking to an interviewer, and it's like it was a bit of misunderstanding and miscommunication there. It's like the interviewer offended Maya Angelou, or didn't offend her, but she had said something to her or made a statement or comment about something, and Maya Angelou just politely had corrected her. And I feel like that's what I had did with my professor. Like, I wasn't really even trying to correct him. Like I said, I was just giving my opinion. And he thought that I was, I don't know, man. But I apologize. I thought everything was dropped. But he took it further, because he reported me to the I think I said that earlier. I apologized, but I found out that he reported me to the higher ups, or I don't even know who those people were. Like, I'm thinking, and that was the thing, when I met with her, I'm thinking I was speaking to my new academic advisor, because they said I had a new academic advisor. And then she went on and she pulled out this big package and was like telling me, you know what, she was like, your professor said that you've been disruptive, and I'm just like, I'm like, what? And she's like, you didn't know any of this was going on? You didn't know that he filed a complaint against you? And I'm like, no. I'm like, bro, I'm like, what the heck is going on? And she's like, and then she opens it and she's like, well, he said that you've been disruptive in class, that you threatened to ruin his reputation, and I was like, what? I'm like, I never once did I do any of that. And then when she said, he said that you yelled in his face, and I said, okay, that's where I gotta draw. Like, you know how when you hear rumors and you just like, okay, but then it's like that one and you just like, all right, now y'all doing too much. Like, that was my reaction. I was like, okay, everything else I know I didn't do, but it is what it is. But that right there, that's extreme, because why would I even think about yelling in my professor's face when I know what will happen if I do that? Like, that don't make no sense. I'm gonna yell in my professor's face when I'm working hard to stay in his class so I can get my degree. It don't make sense at all. Okay, I see the birthday wish. I was about to say, nobody's gonna say happy birthday? You're welcome, and thank you. Thank you, Thug Nasty. See, I like it. Why didn't you call witness? So yeah, that was the thing. That was the whole part where I was trying not to get him fired. So that was why like, I don't like conflict. Like, I'm really not a person, especially if it could possibly tarnish a person's reputation, like he said. Like, that's why I'm like, you said I was gonna ruin your reputation. If I wanted to ruin your reputation, I would have been the ones to report the incident. But I didn't. So obviously that should have shown you, like, all right, as a professor at least, like, you should have known, like, there was a little bit of miscommunication there. So yeah, why didn't I call the witness? Because I really honestly thought that the situation would have went differently. And the funny thing is, the English chair department lady, she actually was trying to talk to me, like, and reach out to me, but I wasn't trying to, because I didn't want to make the situation worse when the situation got worse anyway. Because yeah, he failed me. I typed up freaking 3 essays, y'all. I typed one. I typed one essay. It was a draft essay. So then I had to retype it, and then I had my English tutor read over it, but he was like, I think you like to prompt me. So I asked for an extension. For my tutor told me to ask my professor for an extension, so that's what I did. So when I got the extension, I ended up tweaking up my essay or whatever. And the time that he had, I actually did not meet it. I think I was like an hour off, because I wanted my English tutor to go over it, but he said he was going to go over it, but he ended up saying that he couldn't read it because something happened with one of his family members, and he told me to just, be confident and just go ahead and submit it. So when I submitted it, the professor was like, it doesn't count because I gave you an extension and you went over the time limit. Which, I can't even be mad at that. I can't, because I should have been confident and just submitted my paper. But I don't know, it was just like, I just wanted to make sure, because that paper was the determination on whether I would pass his class or not. So it was like I think Fury, you were there when I was on campus in here working on that essay. I don't know if you remember, but that's the essay that I was working on. That's the essay I was telling you about that I was working on. I don't know if you remember, but yeah, that was. I just wish. I don't know. I don't. I. It's hard to say even if I did submit it on time whether he would allow me to pass the class. I guess we will never know. Or actually, we might. Because he also left a comment and said that the essay still didn't meet what the prompt was asking, and it was basically an elementary essay or something like that. I have like everything is posted. Like I have all this stuff. Like, because once you post on campus, it's just there forever. So, yeah, I didn't. He ended up saying that even he was like, yeah, I'm not gonna take this, and speak to your academic advisor about the rest. Have a good semester or have a good summer, or that's what he said. I was thinking about like having my new teacher read that essay just to see like her response, but I'd rather just leave the situation alone. Screamer Editors, you missed the conspiracy theory. That was in the beginning of the live. Sorry. Thank you, Rural. Or Roll. West. Oh, Hunter, y'all are so sweet. Thank you. Y'all think I look pretty like this? Somebody said I look. Where that comment at? Let me go back to that comment. They said my head looked like a. Where is it? Where is that comment? Let me see. It's a lot of comments. I might have to get off of here soon because I have to pee. Dang, I can't find it. Oh, a cone head. They said I have a cone head. They said I look like an extra from the movie Conehead. And I'm 23 years old. But that's the problem. That's the problem, Thug. I realized that a lot of people, and even me, myself, I'm going to throw myself up in there too. We cannot take the truth. That saying when they be like, the truth hurts. Like, you ever, like, had somebody, like, say something to you, but you knew it wasn't true, so you didn't really react. But then, like, or when they say, this is a good example, words, they say words don't hurt or something like that. But it does hurt, especially when it's the truth. And I feel like that was mainly the issue with my professor is, and like I said, I didn't mean to. Like, I really didn't mean to. And I don't know. The situation, it was just bad. It was not pleasant at all. And it's crazy because I actually walked past him probably like this was the second week of school. Because I had registered my classes late because I had to do it with my academic advisor, which I didn't even get my academic advisor. It was an issue with him because he was emailing me saying like, oh, I had to meet up with him to register for my classes because I couldn't do it myself because after I failed the class, I was placed on academic probation because it brought my GPA down. So yeah, I was supposed to meet with him. The people in the office were acting very snobbish. Like, if people been to Rutgers, like, anytime you try to meet with your academic advisor or anybody in some type of office, it's like trying to get in contact with the president. Like, you cannot get in contact with them at all. Like, it's ridiculous. And it's crazy because they were saying, they're like, oh, well, it's over, like, you can't meet their academic advisor. And I'm like, because they told me, they was like, oh, you have to schedule an appointment. I was like, well, he told me to come down here so I could register for my classes. Like, I'm not just here for the fun of it. And they was like, oh, well, we know, but like, we have like, do you have like the email of it saying it? So I showed them the email. They went back there, spoke to him or whatever, came back and was like, well, he said that you have to either meet with him on Zoom or schedule an appointment. And I'm just like, look, I was on Zoom before I even came to the school, which I was. I was on Zoom for like at least 3 hours, and I'm not exaggerating. Like, I had to, because I kept like, I don't know what, it wasn't just, it was nobody coming on the thing. So I kept leaving, coming back, leaving, coming back, stayed on there for like an hour, left. Like, then I finally just came down here to the school. And she was like, well, I'm sorry, like, there's nothing we can do. And after that, my academic advisor, I actually ended up seeing him, and he had saw me. And instead of him just coming out and like just quickly like registering me for my classes, he just left. Like, he just left. And another academic advisor had helped me register for my classes. And the people that was in the front, like, that be helping out, like, they just looked like so shocked. Because, like I said, they were being very snobbish and rude. Like, I'm telling them, I'm like, look, I'm just trying to register for my classes. Like, it's like always something every time I start a semester. Like, I just want to register for my classes. But yeah, shout out to that academic advisor, because she really came in clutch. Because thanks to her, I have some really good classes with some good professors, like seriously. And she got me classes that I actually want, because you know how sometimes they try to make you take classes that you don't even really need or want to take. It's like every class this semester that I'm in is good. Like, it goes to where I'm trying to go in life. Put it like that. But I'm so antisocial. I'm just such a black sheep, y'all. I'm supposed to be hanging out with them. But they turned their back on me, low key. Like, I was just over there talking, trying to talk to them. And then, like, it's like I ask a question, they'll look, and then continue back talking. And I just realized, so y'all just don't hear me talking. Y'all didn't hear my question, so I just came over here. Sticks and stone may break my bones, but yes, that was the same.
Yo, you gonna start this caption? You gonna start this caption? We not answering shit.
If niggas start tapping, they gotta take a shot.
Oh yeah, niggas getting emotional.
What's crazy though?
Is that mine?
Over here.
I ain't gonna lie. Hold on, this one.
Yeah,
I'm about
she's not getting it back.
What?
I'm trying to hit the lick for the first time. Like,
Oh my god.
Oh, chill, we don't hit Knicks in 2020.
Shut up, money.
I don't get it.
Wait, no, I'm not. Just for real.
Y'all, they need cups. Should I run? Should I be nice? Oh, never mind. She's coming. I don't know why everybody just be giving me weird energy. Like, I promise, when I walk up, like, one day I'm gonna record it. I'll walk up and I'll be like, hey, and everybody just like, like, or they'll give me a hug. Like, probably like 2 people give me a hug. You're welcome. But now, I don't know, I'm embracing my life. I'm embracing my lonely. I'm really a black sheep. As much as I do not fit in. Like, I'm starting to see that. It's like no matter what, I always end up like this. Like, I don't know. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. I don't know what happened over here, but it's a little funky. You eating fish? Oh, okay. I thought that was somebody's door. Cause I'm like, is my nose deceiving me? I thought it was the bathroom. I better say, I'm not about to go up in there then. I will hold my urine before I go up in there. But, yeah, let me go do that. I gotta use the bathroom. I should have left the pool, actually. Y'all want to see my finger? I'm gonna have somebody more like a, or I'm gonna just end there.
Okay. Yeah.
What's this?
You gotta look and see what it is. But anyway, that's good to hear.
Yeah.
You know, because I know when I see you, I was like, you know, I ain't seen you this
So you
year.
gotta look and see what it is.
Yeah. You're like, you know, doing well. I don't know.
Nah, sis got that whole, she got the whole hallway smelling funky with that fish. But, alright. Alright, y'all, thank you for the, two people that's still here. Y'all some real good. Ooh, actually, who are the two people here? Say something real quick. I might do a giveaway for y'all. 2.5. Who on here? Just say something. Say goodnight. Comment goodnight so I can just get your name.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, I'll be nice.
Sorry. Yeah.
I'll do it right there. Friend, where you going? Friend, where you going? He not even paying attention.
Oh, you the one I complimented on the slippers earlier.
Word?
Yeah, you ain't hear me. You was on the phone.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank
okay.
you. Well, look at God. Thank you.
You're welcome.
He said, you gonna say thank you so much. My bad.
Turkey, lemon pepper turkey. Come on, man. Like lemon pepper turkey.
Look at the, y'all like his hair? I forgot to show y'all the video, but I did his hair for him. Don't act shady for me. Everybody's been acting real shady lately. Please tell me you're not one of them people.
I am one of them. Shade.
The sun ain't even out though.
Cause you I exclude myself. Nah, man. I was in Stonesville. I just came from the bathroom. That's why I'm surprised I didn't see you. Man, I had to get my assignments done. This semester, I'm not trying to be like, I was just telling them on live, like, last fall semester was right now it's psychology, but I'm about to change after. I'm changing.
How far in are you though?
not that far to change. Hey,
Because people be
heck
making
yeah. That's
decisions
why-
at the last minute and then they gotta do like a whole.
Nah,
Yo, my
not
homegirl, she changed her major like 3 times. That bitch been in school for 7 years and still don't have a degree.
Damn.
I'm like, bro, I could never.
This what I was telling them. I was saying my conspiracy theory on college. I'm like, it's really, if you don't like really know or have knowledge before you go in, they will keep you here forever. It's like jail here. Like, they will keep you here forever.
That, and if you don't know what you apply for, they'll rape you financially.
Yeah, like all like it's
Fucking
Money,
$18,000 for
money,
one
money.
semester is wild.
That's why I was telling them, I'm like, everybody feel like this on campus. It's not just me. Anytime I speak up, they think, oh, it's just me, in my opinion. I'm like, no. It's majority, it's a lot of people on campus that feel. I was telling them about a situation when I spoke up about the food in there. And they was like acting funny towards me after that, and I'm like, I wasn't even the only one that was feeling that way. I'm just shedding light on what other people
they don't like
want to
that.
speak
They
up
don't like
about.
Rutgers does not
But
like people that speak against
I don't
shit.
care.
I got
don't
written
care.
up 3 times by the front desk bitch at a University Square because she don't like that I called her out on her attitude. I was like, I'm sorry that you're used to dealing with people who have been bred in a system where you can't speak up, but bitch,
Right.
I've been an adult for 13 years. Not really me.
All right, y'all, we out. Y'all have a blessed day.